Hey guys, this is Agent Lozen, back again with another winning tips and tricks special for Ninja Gaiden. In this episode I'll be let's playing Ninja Gaiden, or long playing it, whatever the term is. Alright, now here's an interesting story. I actually just recorded and played this game and talked all the way to the end, and then I realized when I was watching it back to myself that my mic was muted the whole time. So I have this like half hour of gameplay and no voiceover. So the whole thing is gone, and we're going to play it again. And I like this game so much that I'm willing to do it. So here we go. So I just recently made a winning tips and tricks, like normal video about this, scripted and everything, the way I do. And this video accompanies it. You slash with B, slash down lights, like I'm doing, get the spiritual strength, jump with A, that's how the game works. Additionally, you can stick to walls, like this, and then jump off them. But you gotta hold the directional button and then press the jump button. So those are all the mechanics. I'm sorry, there's one more mechanic. You can throw stars, or throw sub-weapons by holding up, pressing B. Yeah, so we'll just start with that. Ninja Gaiden is a tough game, and this early level doesn't really show that off too much. But yeah, this game actually gets really difficult. However, I'll guide you through the hard parts. I'll explain what's going on. Otherwise, this game takes a lot of practice. Like, literally, you need to know where all the enemy spawns and stuff are. All the parts that are difficult, you need to know what those are if you really want to beat this game. So first and foremost, practice, but if you're stumped on something or you're looking for like a better method, you can consult what I'm doing here. Additionally, I give some pretty decent tips in my actual winning tips and tricks video. For example, with the spin slash, the sub item I have right now, you can kill these bosses instantly. So watch this. I mean, normally you have to like slash them and run around and stuff, but watch this. Boom. Real easy. Yeah, so a pro tip, bring the spin slash into the boss fights if you can. Otherwise, they're not too difficult. I'll discuss the strats of the bosses otherwise. So here's stage 2. Stage 2 introduces pits. And pits are insta-death, so don't fall into them. And many enemies will be placed in a way that they'll want to knock you into the pit as soon as you get there without much notice. And I'll show you some of those too. This game is really sneaky. The mechanics are great. It feels great to play. Just a great controlling game. Very precise. It's just that the way enemies are placed, the way levels are designed, it kills you a lot. Here's another mechanic I want to talk about real quick. This is a special one I didn't discuss. Do you see I'm slashing these guys open? Normally, when you jump and attack with a spin slash, you get this. You see I'm spinning in the air. It's a really cool attack, but it eats 5 spiritual strength every time you do. However, you can still swing your sword in the air. Do you see how I'm doing it? If you hold down and press the attack button while you're in the air, you can slash instead of spin slash. So if you're trying to conserve mana, or spiritual strength, or you just don't want to waste it when you're cutting down lamps, you hold down. Here's the tricky part. You see that dog thing wanted to kill me? It wanted to knock me into the hole. Again, you need to anticipate it though, it's strictly practice. This guy coming up right here on my left, the dagger throwing dude, they defend holes. It's difficult to get across while he's like throwing these daggers. So with the spin slash, it's real easy. Otherwise, you need like a really precise jump and slash. That's the trick. You just practice it. What's here? Oh, I don't want that right now. Well, I'm gonna replace this in a second anyway. These jumps and stuff, they seem like they're pretty easy the way I'm playing it. I'm not really struggling. But again, I have a lot of... you use the fire shield here, by the way. I have a lot of practice with this game. I love this game. I played it a lot years ago. But I think if you're not familiar with it, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what to expect, you're going to struggle a lot. But anticipate that. You have unlimited continues. Just keep trying. Honestly, that's the strat. Just keep playing, keep trying. The spin slash is helpful with some of these jumps. Be careful when you're opening these like flies, because sometimes they'll contain like other sub-weapons, and you don't want to... there are no more spin slashes at this stage. So you don't want to pick it up if you don't have to. Those jars are just points. So we're at the boss now, and I managed to get there without dying. You can normally fight the boss just by slashing. I mean, literally just like slashing at him, and then when he like sticks his weapon out, backing away. When he gets close, you climb the wall and jump over him. Sometimes it works, sometimes you get your ass kicked. But the spin slash makes it trivial. Like that. You don't want to die during these boss fights. If you do, you're sent back to the very beginning of the stage you're on. I mean, like to stage like 2-1, 3-1, whatever it happens to be. Normally, if you die during the stage, you go back to like the last sub-stage, like 2-2, 2-3. Don't die in the boss fights. If you're low on health, just die on purpose before you go in. Unless you're really confident about what you're doing. Stage 3 here, 3-1, introduces the eagles. Here they are. Eagles are a giant pain in the ass. They love knocking you into holes. They're very fast. They're hard to cut down out of the air, unless you know where they're going to be. So it's best in a lot of cases to just despawn them. And I want to talk about the spawning and despawn mechanics of this game. It gets funny. So for example, this guy's going to go off screen, he just pops away. But sometimes you'll be in like a spot where an enemy's supposed to spawn at, and even when you kill them, they'll spawn again instantly. And I'm sure I'll find examples of this later in. So the game's funny spawning mechanics can hurt and hinder you. Those are the same word, I'm sorry. Can help and hinder you. That's what I meant. So here's a bird. I'm just going to avoid him. I'm going to let him fly off the screen on his own. For the boss in this stage, go down here and grab the fire crap I haven't used yet. I'll show it to you. Just fall here. And then slash this guy. Okay. So this fire guy right here, it's not a bad sub-weapon. It fires crap vertically, diagonally up. We're going to use that for the boss, so make sure you have that going in. I cut that bullet out of the air, wasn't that sweet? Now the trick here is that you don't want to replace the fire wheel, whatever it's called. And most of these containers are safe, but there is one windmill star, and you don't want to grab it. I'll show you where it's at. Alright, this bird right up here, this like little item box, has the windmill in it. You don't want that right now, so avoid it. We're right next to the boss, but this pit signifies another hard part. A guy pops up behind you. Additionally, a bird will be in front of you when you jump. So you need to find a good time to jump when that sword swinging guy won't be in your way. Now, and make sure you cut the bird down. So we're at the boss. The strat for this boss is to cut his bullets out of the air as he shoots them. Get to the middle of the screen, and occasionally he fires these bullets, and you can just literally slash him down. You see what I'm doing? And what you'll want to do is slash him, and then expect bullets to come out. Just like right here. Now, again, the reason we have the fire wheel is so we can shoot him like this, and he takes a lot of damage from the fire wheel. If I can do it. Easy. So the fire wheel makes it easy, otherwise you need to cut the bullets out of the air, which is a little harder. As a matter of fact, I got pretty close to death there. When you don't know what you're doing, that boss is a pain in the butt. But slash his bullets and use the fire wheel. That's the strat. Alright, the game actually gets pretty hard from here. Lots of tricky things. For example, this guy loves to shoot you into the hole. Just, again, keep moving, keep practicing, keep memorizing the locations. Oops. I swear I had him. In my winning tips and tricks video, I talk about a free life, which is beneath me. I didn't even know there were free lives in this game. I never got that before. You know, that particular item box. But yeah, there are free lives. It's not worth grabbing though, like I talk about in the video. You have unlimited continues for one thing, so it's not a big deal. Lives aren't a big deal. So this is a spot where he keeps spawning. It's cool though. Yeah, so don't go out of your way to grab the free lives. They're neat in concept, but it's just going to get you killed or waste your health. We're almost done here. Again, don't fight the eagle. Just let him despawn. So we're moving on to 4-2. Stage 4 is the first stage in the game where there are 3 parts to it, so we're moving on to the second part. That's a cutscene, by the way. We're first introduced to the green ninja guys here. They run around, just cut them down. They're not as dangerous as the eagles, I don't think. That bat loves to knock you into the hole. You need to anticipate it, though. Your first time through, you'll probably just jump and get knocked in the hole by the bat. You need to know where he's at. And I'm sorry, the only way you're going to do that is just by practice. So if you're looking for like an easy solution, you need to anticipate him. That's the easy solution. There's a time stopper here, like I talked about in my video. Grab it, and then hurry along really quick. Because this bridge fills with enemies, however, they can't spawn when the time stopper is going. So I'm able to avoid most of the troublesome, most of the hardship, most of the pain in the butt, just by running straight. If you get beat up, there is a health container here, although the green ninjas like to kill you when you're trying to get it. Here's a spin slash. This is the last one before the boss, so if you can help it, don't pick up any more sub-weapons. If you have like enough mana, enough spiritual strength, just don't even open item containers, if you know, again, if you can help it. If you can't, it's not a big deal. As a matter of fact, I'd like to get rid of this thing and fight the boss without it for you, to give you an idea of what the strat is. Whoops. The guy throws a knife when you get to the top, and he's hitting me. You can jump over it, or just slash him outright, or jump over him, or do 100 things, but I was doing the one wrong thing. So learn from a mistake. Again, I'm holding down when I'm slashing to prevent the spin slash from going off. I can kill these guys and save myself spiritual strength. I'm gonna use it here though. These jump kick guys, they just jump kick when you get close to them. You can predict it and kill them pretty easily. It's not a big deal. Oh, you jerk. Getting low on health. Gosh, it's gonna make the boss fight interesting. Again, you don't wanna get sent back to 4-1. Okay, I think there's a sub weapon. I'm at the boss, but there's a sub weapon in this candle. Don't ever grab it because you need a spin slash. All right, so the boss. I'll show you once. I'm gonna pause the game. The dog on the left is the dog you want to attack. I talked about this in the video, but you need to kill him as fast as you can. The longer this fight goes on, the more likely you are to die. And you see the condition I'm in, how low health I am. I don't want to die here. So maybe I'll just spin slash him right away. I'm going to leap and use it and kill him. But slash him as fast as you can and then follow him around. Don't lose track of which dog is the right dog. If you attack the wrong dog, it's not going to take damage. And it's going to waste your time, potentially waste your health. So, watch. Real easy. With the spin slash. Otherwise, it's a harder fight. And I was so low on health, if I didn't have the spin slash, I would just jump into the hole and kill myself. And get like another try at it, get more health. More story stuff. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. There was a bunch of excess noise, and I had to eat some cheese and crackers too. I'm gonna edit it together so it'll seem seamless, but I was actually gone for a few minutes. Alright, stage 5. The difficulty of the game becomes more dependent. Getting through the game, that is. It becomes more dependent on your ability to memorize things from this point. So what that's going to mean is that there's going to be a lot of places where enemies just pop up and knock you into holes and shit. Otherwise, maybe unfairly, this guy requires a windmill. Just unfair parts coming up. So that's what difficulty kind of means to this game as you progress. Like that bat can be a pain in the butt. These birds can be a pain in the butt, just because of where they spawn, how they knock you into holes. So for example, watch this bat. If you were to jump, just like if clean out jump, he would knock you in a hole for sure. So so far in the game, you could get by, you could get this far just on reaction alone, just like, oh, there's a guy, kill him. But you're gonna come up to parts now, kind of like this. You'll see. You're going to reach parts now where you need to know where enemies are going to spawn if you stand any chance of getting by it. The 5-2 is a good example of some just miserably hard parts by nature of bad enemy spawns. And I think it's kind of like on purpose on the developers' part. They're like, oh, we want to make the game hard. Well, let's just put these shitty spawns in. And it works. That's part of Ninja Gaiden's difficulty. It's not Battletoads hard, and again, if you can memorize it, it's not a big deal. It's just that you need to know what to do with certain parts. Nope, I want to keep the spin slash. A lot of this I'm just racing through, but here's kind of an interesting part. Clear out the bottom row. We need to be on the top though. So if you just jump up and let him bump you, you'll be on the top, which is cool. Here's another bat. That bat will kill you if you just try and jump. Hold on. One moment. Sorry, more unnecessary noise. Let me see. Yeah, here's a part that I'm talking about that's just poorly built, and it's part of Ninja Gaiden's difficulty. So the objective here, the platform I'm standing on, you need to like climb down, sort of, and then leap to the platform on the right where the candle is. Doing that is a gigantic pain in the ass. Additionally, there's a bird that'll spawn. He's going to swoop down and beat you up a lot. He's going to beat you up. So what we want to do is, instead of doing it the official way, I'm going to climb over the wall to my right. I'm going to sort of glitch over it. You'll see. The bird is going to do some damage, but I'm not going to fall into the hole here. So there's the bird, and now I've made it over by kind of glitching it. So that's a difficult part of the game. You can make a lot easier when you know what to do. Oh, you jerk! He hit me. Or did he? No, he hit me. All right, so we're on 5-3 now. 5-3 has a lot of, again, just poorly placed enemies that make it a pain in the butt. This first part's just reaction-based. It's not a big deal. You see things, you slash them. We're introduced to flying ninjas now. Right there. They fly at all kinds of variable speeds. They throw stars at variable speeds. They're unpredictable. Get through here as fast as you can. I use a spin slash, otherwise you can just try and cut through them, or just like literally run through them and take damage. Alright, for this part, this guy's a pain. This gun guy, he'll want to shoot you into the hole. If you don't have the spin slash, use the shuriken here to kill him. Otherwise, I'm going to spin slash him. Now here's another kind of tough part. A bunch of guys will try and rush you, knock you into the hole right here too. The bat, and then the tiger thing, the panther. So lots of guys want to cheap knock you into holes, and if you don't know to expect it, you're going to fall victim to it. Alright, you know, I've only made it to the boss like once before with the spin slash. I always die in this place. So let's see if I can't change that. I'm actually doing really well right now. I don't know what's in those candles, but like I said earlier about the life, I don't really care. Excellent, I actually made it to the boss. This is like the second time in my whole life that I've done this. I'll show the boss strat though. You'll get your health refilled, so don't worry about having to like kill yourself prematurely. So this guy's the boss, Mouth. And what we're going to do is I'm literally going to sprint directly at him and slash him and kill him. The spin slash will work. It'll kill him in one hit. But here's what you want to do if you don't have it. I'm just running up to him every chance I get and slashing him. You'll always be at the brink of death when you fight this guy. When you finish him, you're always going to be low. But if you don't... I'm sorry, one second. Alright, the editing's going to be a little shoddy on this one. I'm on 6-1 now. After you beat that last boss, you're here. So, just take my word for it. This is how it goes. 6-1, we're on the final stage of the game, technically. Of course, there's 3 parts to it. Oh, come on, you jerks. There's 3 parts to it, so there's going to be, you know, a lot of stuff to still cover. But if you've made it this far, you're in good shape. This is, you know, stage 6 in general is the hardest stage in the game. You can use your spin slash here to cut through the remaining mobs. There's no holes. No holes in the ground. Yeah, 6-2 is technically, I think everyone agrees that 6-2 is the hardest individual little stage. And I'll show you why, and we'll talk about what to do about it. I don't know why I went up there. You don't need to go up there. Don't do that. What you do need, though, is a little bit of magic stuff right here. So pick this up. Make sure you come down here. Whenever you die, you lose half of your remaining spiritual strength. So you'll sometimes have a little bit left over between deaths. Anyway, in any case, though, make sure you grab that orange one. Here's the first kind of hard part. This bat guy right here, he's on a tiny little platform, and this damn bat keeps spawning. And you need to kill him and get on the platform, but it's difficult. The best way to do it, I think, is to despawn him, and this guy respawn too, and just jump and kill him immediately. So bump, bump. See, not a problem. I don't even need the spin slash. Now the second immediate hard part are these flying ninja. They swarm you. They're nasty, all over the place. I use the spin slash, which actually you would have just collected one back there. I cut through them with my mana, the mana we just collected. Remember I talked about that? So yeah, you clean through that part as fast as you can with the spin slash. If you sit there to think about it, you'll get killed by the ninjas that throwing stars flying. So just as fast as you can, cut through it. Now, here's the next really difficult part. And it'd be easier to show you the strat if I didn't have the spin slash, but I think there's a star up there. Okay, anyway, so here we go. There's this foreboding, really tall ladder to lead to the hardest part of the game. And what's hard about this is that there are lots of holes and lots of bad enemy placements. So for one thing, there's the bird here that spawns beneath you. There are only like 2 spots in the entire game where a bird spawns beneath you, and the consequence of that is that he's gonna fly right up on you, and there's no good way to kill him. So you need to run back and forth to build his momentum as he chases you, and hopefully get him off the side of the screen. The second part is his dagger thrower. Dagger throwers are designed to defend holes the way this chick is, the way this guy, it's a guy, I don't know, it's a chick, who knows. Anyway, if you leap at her, you're going to die because of the daggers being thrown. Additionally, a bird spawns there too. Do you see the bird that just spawned? Matter of fact, do you see the soldier that's spawning? You get a lot of junk that just spawns over this one hole, and if you blindly leap at it, you are dead. This is the hardest part of the game, and I'm probably gonna die. The trick to it is to despawn the knife thrower with the funky spawning mechanics. Do you see how as I gradually approach, she just despawns? That is what you need to do to pass this part. So I didn't die, which is cool. I might die right here, but I've got a lot of lives left. So yeah, as you approach that part, you need to take it very slowly, and the trick is to despawn that knife thrower by very slowly walking at the screen and wait until she despawns. Gosh, a lot of crap here. If you can just get to stage 2-3, which is coming up in just a second, you're safe for there's like a game over checkpoint. So at this point, if you were beat up on your last life, just allow yourself to die, and you'll respawn right here after the game over. If you made it this far, you're basically done with the game. Those are the hardest parts we've just passed. That's the part that everyone hates about Ninja Gaiden. And you can see why from that one still I gave you from that pause. Just there's so much crap right there, all at once over a hole. It's like the very worst setup. There are a few more somewhat difficult parts, but they're not that dangerous, not like we've seen before. There's a big blade thrower guy with 2 hit points right up here. You leap in, jump over the blade like I didn't do. Anyway, get out of there. That's what I wanted to say. Just get out of there. Damn. Let me try that again. So you don't want to spend too much time down there. I'm going to fall down. And they leave you just enough opening that you can sneak through it the way I did. That guy defends a platform. I don't know, whatever, cut him down. There's a windmill here. This isn't so bad, though, compared to that crap we defaced earlier. The time stopper here is really important. Any mobs that are supposed to spawn, and a lot of them do right here, will be, again, stunted. They'll be prevented from spawning. This platform I tend to get stuck on as I jump at it. Do you see the way I just got stuck? If you don't want to get stuck, you literally stand beneath it and then jump up. You won't get stuck. It's a little tip. I don't know. Okay, another difficult part. There's a health restore right here. Listen. There's a health restore. To get through this part, you're going to be... those little hunchbacks above me will rain down from the ceiling, and it's a giant pain in the ass, and you lose a lot of health. But to the right is a time stop, so you need to grab the time stop as fast as you can. Oh no, so here they come, and I'm getting beat up. Now, they'll keep raining down until you get to the top of this platform. So get up here as fast as you can. Oh, see, and I didn't, and I'm paying for it. So this whole part is way more difficult. Way more difficult because I didn't get through there within time stopper time. But again, the game over, it's not a big deal because you spawn right at the beginning of 6-3. And as you can tell, I'm not having a lot of trouble with it, except for that part, of course. And this is way easier than 6-2 is. I don't mind playing through 6-3 again. Oops. Come on. Hardest part in the game, guys. Alright, nearly there. Remember the guy with the 2 hit points? I'm just going to run by him. I'm going to drop down, cut the candle, and then sneak through that passage. Jump across here, cut down this dude, cut down the bird. Again, it's lots of memorization, but it's not nearly as dangerous as other parts in the game are. Stop. The windmill makes this part easy. Remember the time stopper? Grab that. And all the mobs that will rain down on you will not spawn. Stand beneath this platform, jump up. Now I'm low on health, but I have the health container right up here. And then I need to hit that time stopper. Just like that. Now see, again, nothing is spawning. And this whole part is really easy when you do it right. Alright, we're now at the final boss. And here's how you know that you're at the final boss, because they give you... Oh, here it is, guys. They give you all the sub-weapons in the game. These 3 candles. One is the star. One is the windmill. Jerk, stop. And then finally, one is the flame. And I'll get a health refill. I need more mana, though. Whatever. I'll do it without the mana. Alright, so I'm going to get a health refill. It's not a big deal that I'm low on health. This is a 3-phase boss fight. If you die at any one part of it, you go back to the very beginning of 6-1. So my advice to you here is don't die. Do not die. Don't die. Okay, so for phase 1, it's really not bad if you have the flame. And if you have more mana, it helps too. I pause the game. Don't attack the guy on the right. Instead, you want to destroy that orb in the middle of the room, that sphere, as fast as you possibly can. So I'm gonna leap at it and just like blow all my mana on it and then slash it as quick as I can. That's all my mana. Okay. Now it's getting... I usually have more mana than this. And so we're now having an interesting boss fight. I don't normally fight it like this, so this is new to me. It looks like these balls will despawn as it reaches the edge of the screen. Not bad. I mean, even with low mana, it's not a bad fight. Just don't fight that dude on the right. Don't get by those balls. Just work on destroying that orb. For phase 2, now phase 2 is probably the hardest individual boss in the game, and I'll show you why. This guy's going to fly back and forth just the way he's doing. He'll never swoop down or anything, but he's going to keep firing these fireballs, and they're homing fireballs. And now they're going to despawn. If I'm on the bottom of the screen, they'll just despawn the way they're doing. But if I'm in the middle of the screen anywhere, and they and I don't despawn them immediately, they will swarm you and they'll kill you. And again, if you die here, it's back to the very beginning of stage 1, 6-1. So the strat for this is to always be on the edge, always be able to despawn those fireballs, either by clinging to that wall or standing on the bottom of the screen. And you got to keep avoiding the way I'm doing it. So we'll cling to the wall, slash this guy. You take a lot of damage if he hits you. See, I'm not at the bottom, and they're swarming me now. Don't let that guy hit you. Don't let the fireballs hit you. Slash once, and then clear to the bottom of the screen so you can despawn more fireballs. Rinse and repeat. It's not easy because there's a timing element. There's like a warrior's timing. You have to feel out. If you make too many mistakes, like I'm doing now, you get punished really bad. Again, I can't stress this enough, you don't want to go back to 6-1. Of course, every boss that you beat in this final lineup, the last 3 bosses, they'll stay beaten. So like for example, if I beat the masked thing earlier, I won't have to fight him again. So again, if you do get back to 6-1 and you do want to beat the game, don't just shut the game off. Because actually you've lost a lot of progress when you do that. It's just... if you can help it, don't die here. And again, this isn't an easy boss. This is the hardest boss, and I struggled a lot with him before I knew what to do. Let me try and wrap this up. I've been talking a lot, but I'm not actually doing much. So cling to the wall, let the fireballs despawn, and he's beaten. That's the hardest boss. If you can get by this guy, and as long as you know what to do for the next phase, it's really not a bad boss fight. Thank God you're safe. Alright, one more boss fight. I'm going to skip this. 3 phases to this boss fight. First, the head. He's going to leak blood. I think it's blood. Blood fireballs. You need to dodge these the whole time, the way I'm doing. They hurt when they hit you, and you don't want to die once more. Of course, if you do die, you'll start at this guy. It's just you gotta work your way back. So anyways, attack the head, the way I'm doing it. The head will be detached, you'll take a hit. Now attack the tail. Again, he's not losing health at this point. We're just breaking the parts of his body that are in the way. And the whole time, you gotta keep dodging these blood fireballs. Now he's vulnerable. That heart is what you want to attack. All the while, avoiding the blood fireballs. I think it's blood. I don't know. My imagination, right? And that is Ninja Gaiden. In review, lots of memorization. Yeah, that's the review. Lots of memorization. Don't get frustrated if you can't beat it on your first try, because I couldn't beat it on in my first try. What's the point of saying that? It's that even though I was able to clear this game just now, and I didn't struggle a lot with it, it's because I've played it a lot. I have a lot of practice. It's very beatable. It's just that it's a very difficult game. Alright, there's a whole ending. Actually, the cutscenes in Ninja Gaiden are great, but we haven't been watching them, and I'm not going to start now, so... Whoops. Anyway, I've got a little bit of editing to do. I'm hoping this time my microphone recorded. And I'll see you guys next time. I plan to do more videos, so keep an eye out. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.